More than 3 million cases of child abuse and neglect are reported each year in the United States. Sadly, more than 5 children die every day as a result. That's according to the advocacy group Child Help.
In a special investigation, News 18's Liz Nichols takes a look at the problem in Greater Lafayette and how cases involving children are handled.
In 2012, News 18 received more likes and comments on a particular Facebook post than any other since our page was created. A woman named Jackie Potts made a post about finding a child knocking on her door this past fall with tears in his eyes. She claims the 11-year-old was left alone in an empty apartment with no electricity.
He told me his mom left him the night before last.
We interviewed Potts about what happened. She says she called police and Child Protective Services. The mother, later identified as Crystal Holt, was charged with neglect of a dependent the following month.
He deserves to be protected. He deserves to be safe.
It's just one of, sadly, so many stories you see on News 18 involving a report of suspected child abuse or neglect. Due to the amount of interest in this story, we're taking a closer look at how these cases are handled.
Hello, you have reached the Indiana Department of Child Services.
It begins with a report to the Department of Child Services, or DCS. A call comes into a centralized hotline operated in Indianapolis. A trained intake specialist answers the call and makes a report.
If they believe the situation warrants law enforcement activity, they refer it to the local police department, that jurisdiction, and a detective is assigned. That detective then makes an investigation.
It's important to note, if a child is believed to be in danger, DCS contacts someone immediately at the local county office to assist police. If the case turns criminal, the investigation by police ends up on the desk of the county prosecutor. It can take time, weeks, even months. Tippecanoe County Prosecutor Pat Harrington says he understands the public's frustration when they hear about these cases, but wants you to know it's a necessary process.
Stories always grab emotionally. But we don't make decisions based on emotion. We make decisions based upon the facts, evidence, and the law.
When a case involving a child enters the legal system, it may end up in juvenile court.
In 2012, we had 178 new petitions filed alleging that a child is in need of services. That's on top of the existing caseload.
Newly appointed Superior Court 3 Judge Faith Graham says the stories she hears on a daily basis can be heartbreaking.
Regardless of the race, the ethnicity, religion, socioeconomic status, it doesn't matter. We see it all across the board.
Both Harrington and Graham say there are a number of resources in the community for families in crisis.
Maybe we could prevent a lot of this long-term impact of the abuse and neglect leading then to delinquency behaviors and then again a repetitive cycle.
Also, there's an effort to make sure cases of child abuse and neglect are reported. The Tippecanoe County Prosecutor's Office, for example, is going around to area schools, making sure teachers know their legal responsibility to make a report.
You can never do enough to protect children.
DCS also offers informal services to families who need help because the ultimate goal is family reunification. In the last year, a number of complaints have surfaced against DCS, including phone calls not returned promptly and a lack of oversight over the department. Lawmakers plan to address these issues this session. Even Governor Mike Pence wants improvements, as mentioned in his State of the State address.
Our budget calls for increasing funding to the Department of Child Services by $35 million.
Because one case of child abuse is one too many, and it appears an upgrade to the system is in order. Liz Nichols, News 18.
And tomorrow on News 18 at 6, we'll be taking a look at some ideas to improve the Department of Child Services. On WLFI.com, we've posted information on how to report a case of child abuse or neglect. With this story, you'll also find information and resources about protecting the welfare of children.